Sound waves reaching the microphone are changed into impulses of electric current.
No need to worry about your pre-recorded music tapes being accidentally erased. It can't happen.
A very good morning to you all, folks, and welcome back to Realltom Football. My name is Tom. I'm going to bring you the Watch On today, folks, for Manchester City, who host Newcastle United at the Etihad Stadium live in the Premier League. If you do our watch stream on a replay, then please do make sure you leave a like on the stream and hitting that subscribe button if you are new. And thank you very much to everybody who has joined us here today. Kickoff is at 12:30. and we're going to get through to the team lineups in 5 minutes' time. But get that chat popping. Let us know how you are, how you're doing, thoughts on the game, predictions, etc., etc. So yeah, we've got 3 live matches on the channel today. Started off with Man City versus Newcastle United here at the Etihad, of course, and then we will be live at 2:45 for Arsenal, who take on AFC Bournemouth. And then yeah, that's it really. And then Southampton versus Leicester City later on at 5:15 as well. Why is nobody here? Yeah, but make sure you do hit the subscribe button and leave a like on the stream. Most importantly, as well. I need people here. I need people to answer the poll. Yeah, I did come unprepared today. I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. I was a bit late, but here I am. I had no time to prepare, really. I had to get everything ready in the space of 10 minutes. And that's a challenge. You know, when you're under pressure to get an overlay ready in 10 minutes plus thumbnails and overlays, yeah, challenge. But so there's a challenge for Newcastle today, against Manchester City. Newcastle, of course, have lost 2 consecutive games. They lost the Carabao Cup final against Manchester United last Sunday, and they also lost in the Premier League 2-0 at home to Liverpool. The Etihad does not look very full, does it? It does look empty, the Etihad. Will Eddie Howe struggle then, or will Newcastle be able to get back to winning ways tonight? They have got Nick Pope in goal. That is one of the big bonuses for Newcastle United. They have got Nick Pope back from suspension. And they haven't really got any injury blows either. Miguel Almiron does start. There was concerns to him about injury, however. I must admit to the Newcastle fans, there was injury concern for Miguel Almiron. But he's here. He's going to be playing. They should win.
Bleach my eyes. Oh my god. Oh, fuck off. Oh
no. These Mark Goldbridge clips are hilarious. Whoever's put them on the story. So can Newcastle then show character today at the Etihad and beat Manchester City, not only to give themselves a boost, but also to give Arsenal a boost after their 4-0 win over Everton at the Emirates? That is the first clean sheet in nearly 2 months at the Emirates Stadium for Arsenal. And we are on the back of a 3-game winning run as well after that horrible run of form, including 2 defeats to Everton and Manchester City, a 1-1 draw Brentford, and then we beat Villa 4-2. Kate went to Leicester and beat them by a 0-0, and then smashed Everton to pieces at the Emirates 4-0. And here today, there's a huge opportunity to score 5 more goals, maybe. That's how much I expect against AFC Bournemouth. And also in the 3:00 kickoffs, we'll be keeping an eye on a big game between Chelsea and Leeds United, as Leeds United look to seal a league double over Chelsea, who are struggling. And in their last home game, Chelsea, they lost to Southampton. And also they're coming off the back of a 2-0 defeat to Tottenham Hotspur. And those two defeats came right after a good run of form with 3 draws, 0-0 against Liverpool, 0-0 against Fulham, 1-1 against West Ham. Aston Villa host Crystal Palace. A huge chance there for Crystal Palace to get some points on the board after their really, really good draw against Liverpool at Selhurst Park. Brighton Hove Albion probably going to hammer West Ham, and Wolverhampton Wanderers have also got a chance of 3 points against the struggling Tottenham Hotspur side, who are coming off the back of a knockout defeat in the FA Cup to Sheffield United at Bramall Lane. And 5:30, we see Southampton host Leicester City. Southampton have been all right at St Mary's. They are coming back, however, off a defeat from Grimsby Town. And Super Sunday, Nottingham Forest have the chance to seize their eyes on Everton and get some goals and a valuable 3 points after a few really, really bad away defeats. Then Liverpool host Manchester United, where Manchester United have the chance to beat Liverpool at Anfield in one of the worst seasons possible for Liverpool and one of the best for Manchester United. And Brentford host Fulham in a tight match between two sides who are Women's Championship and are now both flying in the Premier League. It is Brentford 9th versus Fulham 7th on Monday. So your team lineups then coming up now for this morning. Let's kick off here at the Etihad. Here we go. Just a quick look on the results last weekend. So Fulham drew 1-1 with Wolves. Wolves took a lead, but Fulham managed to find an equaliser. Everton beaten 2-0 by Aston Villa after goals from Ollie Watkins and I can't remember the other scorer. Leeds United beating Southampton by 1-0 with Junior Firpo on the score sheet with his first goal for Leeds. Had a crucial win against Southampton for Leeds United. Leicester City 0, Arsenal 1 was the scoreline at the weekend for Arsenal after Gabriel Martinelli scored the winning goal. There was disallowed goals for Bukayo Saka and Leandro Trossard. West Ham beaten Forest 4-0. Danny Ings on the score sheet twice. Jarrod Bowen and Mikel Antonio also on the score sheet. Bournemouth beaten 4-1 by Manchester City, who had Phil Foden on the score sheet and and their goal came from Jefferson Lerma. With Tottenham Hotspur beating Chelsea by 2-0 with Oliver Skipp and Harry Kane on the score sheet. And Arsenal 4-0 was over Everton. Bukayo Saka on the score sheet twice, Martinelli, and also Martin Odegaard. Liverpool beating Wolves by 2-0 with Mo Salah on the score sheet and Darwin Nunez. Thursday night. Sorry, not Darwin Nunez. Virgil van Dijk and Mo Salah on the score sheet against Wolverhampton Wanderers for Liverpool. I've completely covered myself up there. There we go, that's better. So Manchester City then versus Newcastle is our focus today. Started here in the early kickoff. Let's have a look at today's team lineups. Starting off there with the stats between these two. 8 wins for Newcastle United, 7 of those that come at home. They've only won once at the Etihad Stadium. There's been 9 draws out of the 45 fixtures played and 28 wins for Manchester City, 17 at home, 11 away. And the results Manchester City 2, Newcastle 0. Newcastle 3, Man City 4, Newcastle 0. City 4, Manchester City 5, Newcastle 0, and a 3-3 draw at St James's between these two. And the form sees Man City last defeated on way to Spurs by a 1-0. Harry Kane got the 14th minute winner. They beat Aston Villa 3-1, and then and Nottingham Forest, they drew 1-1 with them and beat Bournemouth 4-1 away from home. Newcastle United coming off the back for 1-0 win over Fulham. And then 3 draws, 0-0 against Palace, 1-1 against West Ham, 1-1 against Bournemouth, then lost 2-0 at home to Liverpool. It's second against fifth, and the team lineups are here. Ederson begins in goal for Manchester City. The back four consists of Kyle Walker, Ruben Diaz, Nathan Ake, and Manuel Akanji. In midfield, it's the captain, Ilkay Gundogan, Jack Grealish, Rodri, Kevin De Bruyne, and Phil Foden. Leading the line, Erling Haaland. On the bench is Stefan Ortega, John Stones, Aymeric Laporte, Rico Lewis, Calvin Phillips, Bernardo Silva, Cole Palmer, Julian Alvarez, and Riyad Mahrez. For Newcastle, they begin with Nick Pope in goal. The back four is Kieran Trippier, Sven Botman, Jamal Lascelles, who has the captain's armband, and Dan Burn. Leading in the midfield is Joe Linton, Sean Longstaff, and Bruno Guimaraes. And leading line, Anthony Gordon, Callum Wilson, and Miguel Almiron. On the bench is Martin Dubravka, Matt Targett, Javier Manquillo, Matt Ritchie, Jacob Murphy, Joe Willock, Elliot Anderson, Alain Saint-Maximin, and Alexander Isak. It is a first start for Anthony Gordon in a Newcastle shirt. He's making his debut here at the Etihad. And Hey Jude is blasting around the Etihad. So will it be City or will it be Newcastle at the Etihad? Na 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 na. So we're nearly ready for kickoff then. It's 12:28, 2 minutes away from kickoff here at the Etihad Stadium. And yeah, we've got Arsenal next, so I'll be wearing the red shirt, the Arsenal shirt. We're at the Emirates, 3 o'clock. You ain't the biggest fan of Newcastle, but they might as well win. Yep. I'm not the biggest fan either, man, but I want Newcastle to win this, man, because genuinely, if they win, such a big boost it will be for Arsenal, honestly to God. I can't explain to you, because we would go 8 points clear if Newcastle got a result here. We could go 7 or 8 points clear because of that crucial game in hand against Everton. I have to say, without that game in hand, I think the title would be blown. Because we are going to lose at the Etihad. We are. I mean, yes, we played a better game at the Etihad, in my opinion. But I just can't see us doing anything to City. But we can win the league, and it's all thanks to pretty much that game in hand. You know, if we didn't have a game in hand, we'd be screwed. Now, if Newcastle beat Man City, and we beat Bournemouth, which we are going to, I presume, you know, we could have an 8-point gap. All of a sudden, it could all just be like, wow. And also, Newcastle have kept more clean sheets than Man City this season, so that's a big boost as well for Newcastle. There is Anthony Gordon. He's going to make his debut today. I'm not sure whether this is a no room for racism weekend or not. And whether players are taking the knee or not, I don't know that either. But players did take the knee yesterday, of course, in that thrilling 2-0 win for Hull City over West Bromwich Albion. Simon Hooper is the official today, and also the official for the next match is Chris Kavanagh, with Andre Mariner as the fourth official. And he's completed his suspension. Because the Carabao Cup final classes as 2 matches for Nick Pope, if you like. Then after the Carabao Cup final, I think PGMOL cancelled the suspension. Oh, boo! How dare you say the reigning Premier League champions will be them? Our thoughts are going with Ukraine ahead of this kickoff here at the Etihad Stadium. We stand with Ukraine. Football stands together. And last week, that was shown with players all wearing, all the captains wearing blue and yellow armbands. And we are underway here at the Etihad. New days, fresh challenges for Newcastle United. They need to win this match today or get a point at least to try and get back at Tottenham, because Tottenham are now 4 points ahead of Newcastle. So they need a win to at least to try and get in touching distance with them. And Trippier, we get to keep the situation alive, but tied up by Haaland, who plays a nice pass out wide to De Bruyne. Love you, Slavic brothers, do you? Jack Grealish crossing, good dangerous ball, and Gundogan with the header. Brilliant counter. A brilliant counter. It goes Haaland to Rodri, and then Haaland gets himself forward, sweeps out wide to De Bruyne, plays a lovely ball in, and it's a brilliant header by Gundogan, just wide. But he makes good contact with the ball, heads through it. And that's what you want from your captain. Yeah. Brilliant from the captain there. Gundogan in possession again, and that will run through to the safe hands of Nick Pope, who before the Liverpool game, before the West Ham game, had kept 10 clean sheets in a row, I think it was. Incredible. Yeah, brilliant. Trippier runs straight into Nathan Ake there, out for the Newcastle United throw-in. The thing is, it may have left a scar. Commentators are just saying it may have left a scar for them, and of course it will have. But Wembley, for some teams, is just a hard place to play. I don't know whether that. I mean, obviously the goalkeeper. I just feel like it was not. It was not going to be their day, was it? When they had Loris Karius in goal. But Newcastle to be doing all right here. Obviously for us, we don't find Wembley hard to play out quite clearly. Because the last time, that's a good header, free header. Marcel Almiron coming in. Yeah, the last time we beat Man City was at Wembley. And we won the FA Cup. And then we got a neutral win in the Community Shield as well against Liverpool there. We're all right at Wembley, but some teams just can't play at Wembley. And the thing is, Manchester United had their tails up and they looked, Eric Ten Hag was a great manager. But I just think it's a different case against some City for Newcastle because, some teams like Brentford can find it really easy to figure Manchester City out, particularly at the Etihad, because they play such a slow and simple game, City. They drain you of possession. If you can win the ball back off them, they're quite weak at the back. But Manchester United, they have frailties at the back, but they are so quick on the counter-attack that you literally can't play against them. That's what caught us out on Old Trafford. And that's what caught Newcastle out as well. Because one counter-attack led to one free kick, and that led to one goal in the Carabao Cup final. Here's Manuel Akanji. Yeah, don't write Newcastle off. Never judge a team by its performance at Wembley. Because not forgetting, Wembley is a neutral ground and the pressure is totally on you, usually when you play at Wembley, because it's either you go home with silverware or you go with a loser's medal. Oh. There's applause for Millie Rose Stirrup, who I think passed away at a young age. Is that the girl who got neglected? There was something on ITV about it. There are City fans playing tribute and showing applause as well. Sloppy from Kevin De Bruyne out for a Newcastle throw-in. Joelinton looking to fizz the ball across, defended by Manuel Akanji. Here's Gundogan. Now Ruben Diaz. Jack Grealish on the ball. Well, that's a mistake. Wilson could pounce. But they needed Ruben Diaz back there because Edison had no idea what was going on. Okay. Rodri nearly had it taken off him by Almiron. But swiftly pushed on to Nathan Ake. Gundogan. Ake, whenever I watch Ake, he's a centre-back and he's a great centre-back, but he loves to push forward. He's a bit like Gabriel for us, really. Ake is one of those centre-backs that likes to push forward. You can see there. He's not staying back with Akanji and Ruben Diaz. He wants to push forward. And I do like that mentality from certain defenders because you know, our Gabriel, you know, if he hadn't scored all the goals he scored from making forward runs, I don't know what we'd do without him. Oh, that's a brilliant ball by Bruno Guimaraes. Anthony Gordon running in. Was he fouled by Kyle Walker? I think it was a clean challenge. Oh, clean. Clean. Nothing in that. Yeah, that is clean as a whistle, that. There's too much ice in that. Yeah, they swallowed ice then. I'm not being funny, but it's a bit too cold to be eating ice. Sholing got a problem there? That's lost his fizz to it a bit that. Because it's that machine. Costco, flicked by Walker. There's a mistake. And Botman keeps the possession alive. Joelinton. The big game this weekend is, of course, Liverpool versus Manchester United. What a game that is going to be as well. Yo, Ronaldo, how you doing, mate? Good to see you in here. Welcome aboard. How you doing? But yeah, that is the huge game, man. I'm saying 4-0 United, man. No offence to Liverpool fans, yeah. Because Liverpool do have a great fan base, but they can be a little bit too overconfident. And this season, Liverpool have been terrible. Manchester United have probably been the best team in the entire world this season. So, 4-0 United. Captain clears. That's a foul on Gundogan. He's going to get a yellow card, Bruno Guimaraes. He's got to be booked. Simon Hooper has got to book Bruno Guimaraes there. Yeah, you've got to book it. You've got to book him. Because he takes Gundogan's leg away. No need. Yeah, yellow card. Book him. If he don't get booked for that, Bruno Guimaraes, he's a very, very lucky man. And he's not going to get booked, is he? No. He's got away with it. He's lucky, Bruno Guimaraes, he hasn't been booked there. $19 goals in 5 games. Oh my God, Nick Pope has a terrible record here. But that was with Burnley. He's up against Kevin De Bruyne for Newcastle United. And Kevin De Bruyne fires over for Manchester City. Well, he got it over the wall. I mean, Almiron was the single man, and he was just he could tell it was going over. He just bobbled his head around like that and went. Yeah, it was rising, never dipping. That's 5 minutes possession, 24% for Newcastle, 76% for City. And we're 12 minutes into the match. 12 and a half minutes into the match. Yeah, Lucy Ward, the co-commentator, just made a very good point. Newcastle can't be too slow because that's the way City like the game. You've got to be fast. And you've got to really get the rhythm against them. And that's one of the things that Tottenham are good at, actually. Tottenham actually do really well at finding rhythm against City. I don't know how, because they have been terrible this season. They were terrible last season. But again, they still beat City. And if you have a bright early start and you just come onto them and bang on that door, you will get through. Because City are frail when they don't have the ball. Grealish, Trippier out of it and it's cleared away by Lascelles. Kanji. Gundogan with an awkward ball for Jack Grealish out wide. Rodri. Foden coming in, lovely run, brilliant movement from Phil Foden, and he squeezes it past Nick Pope, and it's 1-0 to Manchester City with 14 minutes on the clock. After a bright early 5 minutes, Newcastle have been opened up inside 14 minutes. And it's a fabulous finish by Phil Foden, kept his composure, and it's Manchester City 1, Newcastle 0. Rodri gets the ball. It's a brilliant ball to Phil Foden, and he just cuts inside. He gets tackled twice, and Pope is on the floor. He gets beaten at his near post. It's not good enough from Nick Pope. He should be covering that near post. But Phil Foden just keeps going and squeezes it in. He's been left on the bench for recent weeks, before last week, but starting today and scoring today against one of the toughest opponents. Well, what was one of the toughest opponents in the Premier League. Well, actually, at this time of the game against Brentford were actually 1-0 up. So, are Brentford better than Newcastle? Callum Wilson, Longstaff, chance to shoot, and it was a brilliant block by Nathan Ake. Played back in, Joe Wellington going for the header. Zita Aurora Duran Garcia, welcome in. Hi Tom, nice to see you. Have a good day. Thank you very much. Enjoy the sun in Mexico, Zita. Rodri, Kevin De Bruyne, Haaland's off. Brilliant tackle by Jamal Lascelles back there. Well, City has scored the most first half goals this season. They've scored 32 of them. As a matter of fact, they were 3-0 up against Villa, but before half time, and then didn't score in the second half. Last time we saw them at home. Here's Phil Foden, blocked by Longstaff, by Byrne, corner. Phil Foden is appealing for handball. Yeah. Yeah, that is true. Nathan Ake. We're taken by De Bruyne, and it's not great actually because it's hit straight at Guimaraes, really. And that's a foul by Rodri. He's not had a great game, Rodri. He's not been great. He's been really sloppy, Rodri, today. And there's certain games you're like, oh my word, Rodri. There's certain games where he's been star man, but there's also other games where Rodri loses his head and loses his composure. He can be really poor in matches. Away by Diaz. Guimaraes, brilliant touch by Realltom. Now Burn. Former Brighton Hove Albion man. Played back to Nick Pope here. Newcastle must find a goal to respond, but they've been struggling to score goals in recent weeks, and they've conceded a throw in there. That's a poor touch by Trippier. Kanji across the Ruben Diaz. Not forgetting the stats as well. City barely ever squander leads. You know, when they score the first goal, they're almost impossible to open up. And get at Phil Foden, Haaland, looking to set up Gundogan. It was a beautiful move, but then cut out by Longstaff at the back. And then Botman has it taken off him by De Bruyne, who shrugged him off. And it's a corner to Manchester City. No? Well, the linesman pointed for a corner, but the referee said goal kick. And that's always confusing as well, when the linesman says one thing and the ref says the other. Because there you go, linesman, Lino points for the corner. And Simon Hooper just goes, no, goal kick. So over the head of Gordon. Walker with the header. Bruno Guimaraes pounces onto the ball. And smashed clear by Kanji as Newcastle are on the forward run. Guimaraes to Realltom. And Guimaraes. Yeah, I just wonder what's happened to Newcastle, really, actually. I mean, I think that Liverpool game will have scarred them. You know, ever since that Liverpool game, they just haven't been there. So they haven't been the same. They're on a really bad run at the moment, Newcastle. No, mate. No. No Chelsea this week. And no, not doing Chelsea because they are at the same time as Arsenal versus Bournemouth. And obviously, I'm going to watch Arsenal over Chelsea, isn't I? Sorry, pal. If Chelsea are on at the same time as Arsenal, well, just Silver, man. Silver. What do you mean, yes, I am? No, I'm doing Arsenal versus Bournemouth, mate. I'm not doing Chelsea Leeds because Arsenal are on at 3 o'clock as well. I'm loyal to my club. And quite frankly, Chelsea aren't my club. Oh my Grealish, Haaland. But anyway, it's too important. Yeah. Like, I need to make sure. Yes, I am an Arsenal fan. Yeah, that's right. And I couldn't miss a game. Too important, man. If I don't watch it, I'll be worrying. We're in a big title race. Like, that's not me going, no, Chelsea can't do no this season. I mean, they can't, but I want to watch the game because I want to keep an eye on how we're playing. I want to make sure that we're playing all right. Title race, man. Think about the title race. Yeah, if you watch Chelsea, or just use a streaming site, but yeah, you can watch Chelsea. I don't mind you watching Chelsea at all. Oh, played across by Walker. Dealt with by Gordon. No foul, Simon Hooper says. On Callum Wilson by Manuel Akanji. Yeah, Newcastle needs to reset, don't they? It's like yesterday with Hull. 2 words from Liam Rosinia and Hull totally reset, changed their game. And about 5 minutes later, scored and made it 1-0. Here, 1-0 down. Newcastle lead Eddie Howe to do something. Well, Eddie Howe needs to do something like that with Newcastle. Because they're barely getting on the ball. When they try and get forward, having it nicked off them. And now they look open here with Grealish. Evades the tackle. Went down inside the box. Played in towards Haaland. Botman clears it away for the throw-in, not the corner. What's the Sheffield United score? Sheffield United.
Sheffield United is barely trailing Blackburn Rovers 1-0 in the 27th minute of the EFL Championship match.
Blackburn Rovers 1, Sheffield United 0. I have got an iPhone XR, lad. But yeah, the Sheffield United score at the moment is Blackburn Rovers 1, Sheffield United 0. Kevin De Bruyne slipped through for Haaland, and the Cells were good defending. Nick Pope was out as well to quickly claim the ball at Haaland's feet. Jana Allawain, hello. Unfortunately, I cannot show the match due to copyright issues. That's given away. De Bruyne! Blocked by Sven Botman, but no, unfortunately, I'm not allowed to show the game due to copyright issues, sadly. But yeah, I can't show the game due to copyright. But I can't. Well, if you're in the UK and you have BT Sport, it's on BT Sport 1 HD, or you can use a streaming site. I recommend footybite.cc or Tesgoal or Buff Streams. There's loads of different streaming site options. If I could, I would. Yeah. You got a Huawei, nice. They have good cameras. De Bruyne dispossessed brilliantly by Joe Linton. And Guimaraes. Now Anthony Gordon. Joe Linton. Here he is again, Joe Linton. Now Guimaraes. Well, let's have a look at the poll then. So 60%, no, 50-50. 6 votes, 50-50 on the poll. 50% back in City, 50% back in Newcastle. Interesting. 3 likes on the stream. Haaland. De Bruyne. Lovely feet. Looking to squeeze the shot through the gap. Didn't work out for him. Blocked and cleared away to Dan Burn. I'm not. I'm watching on BT Sport 1 HD, Jana. I'm subscribed to BT, so I'm watching it on BT. Ooh, Champions League. Chelsea versus Borussia Dortmund. No thanks. Oh, Benfica versus Club Brugge. I don't want to watch either one of those games, to be fair. Oh, great. We've got an early start. 5:45. Marvellous. Bloody 5:45 kickoffs. Guimaraes back on his feet. $29 on the clock. It's still 1-0. Who do you support anyway, Jane? Are you a Newcastle fan? Wow. Oh, bloody ice. Wish it'd melt. It was a brilliant goal from Phil Foden. Gundogan shifts it out wide to Grealish. Pulls it back for Rodri. Might have a shot. Plays it back out wide to Grealish. Back into Rodri, who's central. Clips the ball in towards Foden. And headed away by Dan Burn, who was waiting. Yeah, they need to just up the tempo a little bit, Newcastle. That went off a Kanji, didn't it? Yeah, Newcastle front. Ooh. Not a great run, that. Yet to win a match when they concede the first goal. So they're not good at comebacks, Newcastle. But there's still hope. Headed away by Ake now. Grealish in control. Just need to put a bit more pressure on City, really. Throw a few more bodies forward. It's a good interception by Guimaraes and then was fouled by De Bruyne. Take this free kick. He needs a good delivery. Punch by Edison. Came a long way out, didn't it? Punch it. Back in by Trippier. Spilled by Edison. Wilson gets it out wide to Gordon. Might be a chance here. Joe Linton lost his footing and no foul by Grealish, who's looking to send City away on the counter. Gundogan. Man City and Newcastle bodies spraying back. Haaland in the middle. Cleared by Lascelles. Joe Linton's lost it. Rodri picks him off. Phil Foden. Gundogan central. This is Walker. And Akanji. Trippier. Newcastle need to bring on Sam Maximan or someone like that. They need an attacking spark and they need it quick because they're struggling. Good noise though from these Newcastle fans. There's just ball in towards Haaland who heads it wide. He's been struggling for goals at the moment, Haaland. Yes, he's scored so many this season, but in recent weeks he's been really struggling for goals and missing sitters. It's a big chance. Great ball from De Bruyne. Haaland was put off, I think. Yeah, you can see what he's trying to do. He's just trying to gently head it in, but ends up heading it wide. He wants hat-tricks, doesn't he, Haaland, eh? By Kanji. Jack Grealish with the push there. He's saying no, but yes, it is a foul. Two hands on back of Trippier. Another free kick here for Newcastle United. His header. Gordon. Joe yeah, they haven't found the rhythm, Newcastle, but they might do here. If they don't score now, they need to go to half-time. They need to have a team talk and they need to just think, what are we doing? Or, how are we going to get back into this match? And Eddie Howe will drill that into them. I'm sure Eddie Howe will know how to exploit their City's weaknesses. Burn. Nice spell of possession for Newcastle, Anthony Gordon. Longstaff. It's a lovely ball, actually, for Trippier. And there's a chance here. Oh, and it's a scuffed clearance. Here's Dan Burn. He's on a brilliant run. Sets up Bruno Guimaraes. Joelinton. Bruno Guimaraes. Longstaff. Trippier back into Longstaff. Longstaff looking to get the return ball from Bruno Guimaraes. That was better from Newcastle. So much better. And here's De Bruyne on the counter-attack. Good defending. Wow. That was so much better from Newcastle. Is that not a foul? Grealish to Gundogan. De Bruyne. Pope should claim. Pope does claim. It was a brilliant run by Trippier. Headed down. And Wilson there. He didn't connect with it. And that is better. But they have to be scoring those chances against Man City because that is one of their frailties. Sometimes they can be scrambling around the box and they find themselves either a goal back or what they're conceding. Oh, God, I've got an itch. Oh, There. And goes Haaland slips. De Bruyne back into the box. Cleared away by Trippier as far as De Bruyne. Walker now. Akanji in the 39th minute for Manchester City. Rodri. De Bruyne. Foden put off by Joe Wellington. Out for the City throw. In towards Haaland. I think he's offside there. Tried to turn. He was closed down by two players, Bruno Guimaraes and centre back as well, I think it was, and corner. It will be. He's always at the front in the Haaland. He just wants goals. That's what he's about. He's a machine. But at the moment, he's a machine that's being stopped. You know, he's a machine that needs maintenance because he is struggling for his goals at the moment. I mean, he's got about 25, is it, something like that this season, but I think he scored like one in the last however many games it is. He definitely got one or two against Bournemouth. I know that for sure. Ruben Diaz to Rodri then. Haaland slipped by Foden, won back by Newcastle. But Anthony Gordon's going to do better for me. Ugh. Next weekend, Bournemouth versus Liverpool. That's a chance as well for Bournemouth to win a game. Great touch by Haaland. It's into De Bruyne. Oh, won back by Longstaff, who slipped. Nearly lost it to Gundogan, but fair play. It is a bit of a scramble at certain times. This possession. That was a scramble. Here's Miguel Almiron. Can he find an equaliser before the break? Gundogan. It's tight. Grealish gets out. And there's a foul on Jack Grealish as well. He's not happy, but Grealish, I mean, there's nothing. I mean, from the angle they show us, it barely looks like Trippier does anything. But, okay. Pope. 43 minutes on the clock. Longstaff to Trippier. Bruno Guimaraes for Newcastle. Down to Dan Burn. Now Miguel Almiron. Nice touch. Gets it to Trippier, who was supporting him. And Guimaraes. Sven Botman. To Anthony Gordon. And back to Burn. Longstaff through the middle. A minute to go plus added time, if there is any. Wilson. Holds off a Kanji. Nice work. Might be a chance here for Longstaff as it slicked on. Akanji did well back there as he cleared it away. De Bruyne was slammed down there. Yeah, I agree with that. Two added minutes at the end of the first half. Fanaka, interception by Trippier. Wilson. Guimaraes. Might be a chance for Gordon. Joe Linton central. Back to Gordon. Spins away from Walker. Good play by Gordon. Guimaraes, just a lovely ball. Almiron. He was offside and shoots wide. Nice build up, would have been a good goal, but that time, good enough. Handball by Jack Grealish. Is that what he's given? Handball against Jack Grealish? Didn't look like it in his hand. It's going to be one last chance for Trippier to get the ball into the box. From the free kick. Flicked on, Walker beaten in the air. Ederson will claim. And Simon Hooper blows the half-time whistle. Well, Newcastle weren't great, but they had flickers of attacks. City weren't that great either, but they had a good first half. And Phil Foden was the man who gave them the early lead. At the break, it is Manchester City 1, Newcastle United 0. It was a Sven Botman deflection from Phil Foden, which went into the keeper's near post of the net, near side of the net, and he was beaten at his near post. And it's Newcastle who are 1-0 back at the break here at the Etihad. So we're going to take a quick break. I'm going to go get a Monster. I'm going to crack a can. And I'm also going to go... Well, yeah, I'll be back in 2 minutes. So don't go anywhere. We're going to analyse this first half and talk about what Newcastle can do, actually. You know, can Newcastle find a way back into the game? So, yeah, back in 2 minutes.
sound waves reaching the microphone are changed into impulses of electric current.
No need to worry about your pre-recorded music tapes being accidentally erased. It can't happen.
Right, then after the short break, folks, Newcastle 1-0 back at the break as well against City. Phil Foden with the opening goal in the 14th minute. They had a few chances, and they did end the second half, the first half quite well, but room for improvement for Newcastle, really. I have to say, room for improvement. They just weren't good enough. They didn't look themselves in certain aspects of that game. Yeah, they didn't look themselves. I have to say that a couple of times about Newcastle as well. They haven't looked themselves, unfortunately. It's a shame because before the defeat to Liverpool, they looked that they were on a great run of form. But there's still hope in the second half. But they will need to make some substitutions, and they definitely will need to tweak some stuff. And Eddie Howe, hopefully, is giving them a right good old team talk in there right now. I would expect the Newcastle players to be getting a real shouting out in the dressing room. Eddie Howe has got to drill it into them that they need to play better, because they've been playing brilliantly so far this season, and that was just not good enough. Oh, why does the coverage keep cutting out, for Philip's sake? Is it the Wi-Fi? Is it what? What's up with it? Yeah, they're going to show the goal. A lot of space, didn't he? Getting in between defenders, and it's a fabulous ball. De Bruyne made a really good run. Sends a defender with him. And that creates a gap for Phil Foden. And two players do come across to try and close the gap. And keeper getting beat at his near post. I don't care if it's deflection. Keeper should be getting beat at the near post. It was sharp. Since then, Haaland has been missing sitters. The Newcastle are sort of still in the game, if you like. Rafa Benitez is here, former Everton manager. He managed Newcastle in the 2016. In fact, he managed Newcastle from 2016 to 2019. Oh. So Steve Bruce wasn't there long then. Time for a return for Rafa. Hey, what do you think to that, Newcastle fans? Rafa Benitez back at Newcastle. Nothing better than a bit of Rafa, right? Newcastle fans looking at me right now going, we want Rafa. Oh. Yo-Yo Flicks, how you doing? What do you think about that, Flicks? Do you think Eddie Howe should be sacked and a return for Rafa Benitez at Newcastle United? Yeah, I'm watching on BT as well. So yeah. Maybe wait till the end of the season. Go. Well, get Rafa back, yeah. Be a good replacement. Rafa's a good manager. Just didn't work out for him at Everton. He didn't have the backing at Everton, really. He didn't have enough time either to instill his ideas and his plan. You know, he was just shipped out of there within a couple of months. You know, because he had, well, you can't expect a manager to just make miracles within a few months. And he was thrown out for, and Frank Lampard got brought in. But when our Frank Lampard's been thrown out, Rafa is a good manager, just needs time. And Chelsea are not going to sack Graham Potter either, apparently, according to the Daily Mail this morning. The Chelsea board want him out, but Todd Burley is standing by Graham Potter, which, to be fair, I think is a concern. I just can't believe that club, still to this day, I can't believe that that idiot had the audacity to sack Thomas Tuchel in the manner that he did. I mean, honestly, I feel so sorry for Thomas Tuchel, the way he just got thrown out. Tuchel didn't do anything wrong. And then Todd Burley has the audacity to bring in Graham Potter for him. Who's Arsenal playing? We're playing Bournemouth today. But yeah, I'm sorry, folks, but if this is a rant, but it just disgusts me that the way that Tuchel was sacked. It was very harsh, and it was just, yeah. Genuinely, I feel for Tuchel. He did nothing wrong. Yeah, Chelsea were on a bad run of form, and he was given no chance to sort it out, rectify it. Yeah. And Todd Burley didn't give him as much backing as Roman did before. He ended up getting forced out of the club. That's the thing. It's a disgrace that Todd Burley just comes in. Chelsea go on a bit of a bad run of form because, well, Tuchel ain't got the resources, didn't have the resources, and he wasn't given time. It was one of the most ridiculous sackings you will ever see in world football. Well, Brighton, but more to the point, you do not sack Thomas Tuchel for a bad run of form. He is a class manager. He won them the Champions League. You know, he sent them to every final. And just like that, sacked. Gone. Oh, cheers for winners of Champions League. You're sacked. We've got a little bit of bad run of form. We lost to Southampton. Sacked. Frank Lampard or Graham Potter ain't going to go and win Chelsea a Champions League, are they? Chelsea are going to be fighting for the Champions League next season now. They're struggling to stay in the top 10. Same as Liverpool. But oh no, ta-ta, Tuchel. Ta-ta. We'll bring in Graham Potter. Chelsea are barely scoring goals now. And Todd Burley thinks that Graham Potter is going to be the man to recover everything. If you'd have kept Tuchel, you might be still in the top. You might be in the top 4. But no, you chucked him out the door, and now he's not going to come back. It's a disgrace. It is a disgrace. The Ukraine war, I think, is the worst thing that could happen to Thomas Tuchel, because he wouldn't have been sacked by Roman Abramovich. Abramovich would have stood by him, and he would probably still be at Chelsea now, and Chelsea would be in a much better place. Back underway for the second half here at the Etihad Stadium. Standing with Ukraine. Well, we're underway for the second half. Yeah, I know I was on mute. Sorry, just 1 second, folks. First set piece, though, for Newcastle. De Bruyne. City 1, Newcastle 0. Yeah, I'm on 46.5, yeah. Nathan Ake. Grealish has gone down. That's not a foul. 15 seconds behind me. I'm on 47.20. Walker. Gundogan. For Rodri. This is Nathan Ake now. For Grealish and Ake again. Amram was back there for Newcastle. So I'll throw it back to Nick Pope. The lineups are going to be coming out in around about 22 minutes for the 3 o'clock kickoffs, which include Arsenal versus Bournemouth, Chelsea hosting Leeds, Tottenham are in action, I think. Don't even know who Spurs are playing today. It's Tottenham. Yeah, there you go. Wolves are at Tottenham. Tottenham are at Wolves. Brighton hosting West Ham. Villa hosting Crystal Palace. And the 5:30 game, we'll have 5:15 for it. Southampton hosting Leicester City. This is Nathan Ake. The gap would go back, would be squeezed 2 if City were to win this game at the top of the table. But Arsenal can go on to 63 points if we win against Bournemouth, which we should. Preview Arsenal versus Bournemouth. Let's have a look. See, I'm just going to check the team news, etc. Have lost all 6 of their previous visits to the Emirates Stadium. 19th position. Yeah, actually, this is a good point by Arsenal on the preview. World Cup ruined Cherry's momentum. Too right, it did. Bournemouth were full of momentum, and World Cup just got in their way. O'Neill on us. No? No, O'Neill doesn't make a speech about us, but Arteta does say something about Bournemouth. 50-47. Facts and stats, officials. Yeah, full official Andre Mariner. In terms of injuries, have we got any injuries? Arteta admitted that Jorginho will be okay to play after struggling with illness during the win against Everton in midweek. Eddie and Nketiah also limped off at the end of the game with a knock. Gabriel and Jesus remain out. Marcus Tavernier has a hamstring injury yet. Are out with knee and ankle issues, respectively. Nothing major then. You're 10 seconds ahead. Wilson. Oh, I'm 10 seconds ahead. Here's Grealish. Wants to shoot. Does shoot. Not a great shot, though. Joe Linton's booked. 10 yellow cards. He's going to have a suspension. So yeah, after preview, 17 minutes in the team lineups for us come out. I'm hoping we play Partey today. Look, Jorginho is a great player, man, but I want to see Partey play. You know, we need to just batter Bournemouth today, batter them. We need to just walk them. You know, instead of having a slow start to the game, let's go and show them the way out. Show them the exit. That's what I want to do. Show them the exit. It's a brilliant take by Almiron. He's done really well against Ake, who stabs it behind for a corner. I don't want 6-2. I want a clean sheet, lad. 6-2. I'd rather 4-0 than 6-2, lad. Come on, man. If we were to concede 2 goals to Bournemouth, I'd be raging. We should be getting a clean sheet. Yeah, and I don't doubt it either, because we kept a clean sheet against Everton, so... Trippier. Yeah, people go and say to me, 6-2. I don't want 6-2. You know, 6-2. It just doesn't sound appealing, 6-2. For us to score 6 goals but concede 2, doesn't work out for me. I'd rather score 4 or 5, concede none. $5-0's better, yeah. I'll take 5-0. That's all right, yeah. 5-0's fine. Look, if it was something like 6-1, I could understand that, because, you know, like maybe they've got a goal back or something like that, or maybe they took the early lead and then we came back and wouldn't score 6 goals. But 6-2, that's a scoreline that sounds like we've gone 4-0 up, they score 1, we go 5-1 up, they score another 1, and we go 6-2 up. And I don't like those type of games. The only time I really accept us conceded a goal is if we're going to complete a comeback. Foden with the only goal so far. City 1, Newcastle 0. Rodri, Nathan Ake. Good tackle by Trippier. Now Almiron. Give him a rise, Joe Linton. Harley scores to give you FPL points. Crap. Forgot to captain Rashford. Bro. Honestly, I keep captaining Haaland and he's not scoring. Gordon's a chance for Gordon. But it's fired over. Longstaff stayed down after an aerial collision. Thiago Silva's got a knee injury. Great. Short, 75% chance of playing, had a knock. Can't believe I captained Haaland, man, because Rashford's going to get a hat-trick tomorrow, isn't he? So, bugger! Bugger me! If he gets a hat-trick tomorrow, I'm going to miss out on I'm going to miss out on the double, like the double points. I mean, a hat-trick probably gets him what? I mean, there was one time where he got me. Well, yeah. Kevin De Bruyne. Space for Phil Foden. And couldn't pick out Haaland. Yeah, one time Rashford got me 20 points. In fact, he got me 24 as well once. Haaland. Yeah, on his first game week with me, he scored 24 points for me. Oh, it's went back down. He was on 28, now it's 15. I'm on just 5, man. At the moment, I've got 1 for Trippier, 1 for Almiron, and 2 for Haaland, 1 for De Bruyne. 4. What? Oh, yeah, 5 points. Hopefully, Luke Shaw plays against Liverpool. Rashford scores a hat-trick against Liverpool. Gabriel and Ramsdale, well, hopefully we keep a clean sheet, so Gabriel and Ramsdale get me loads of points, and Granit Xhaka scores. And yes, don't worry, I know what you're all thinking, where's Jesus? Well, Jesus is injured there, but I will have him back in the team once he's back. In fact, who gets me more points out of Gabriel and Xhaka? Let's see. Gabriel got me 15 points once. 9 points against Leicester, 6 points against Everton. And that week, Jack had got me 6 points. Yeah, I do get points for people scoring. Yeah, if Rashford gets a hat-trick, my goodness. Yeah, but I ain't got Phil Foden, so... I've had it taken off by Grealish. Three, 4. I'll have to calculate it all up. Right, so I'll come on for Anthony Gordon then. Now I've got 11 points. Why has De Bruyne got 4 points? Alan Saint-Maximin. What? Alan Saint-Maximin. Alan Saint. So it's ALAN space Saint SAINT and then space MAXIMIN. Alan Saint-Maximin. Hammer on. Saint-Maximin is on. Saint-Maximin with a good ball. Saint-Maximin with an opportunity again. Couldn't get it to Joelinton. Edison with the clearance. Yeah, you spelt it as if it was to say Saint-Maximin. Yeah, it's Saint-Maximin. Well, technically you say Saint-Maximin, but Saint-Maximin. Another chance here for Saint-Maximin. Isak. And Edison smothers it. Or is that a foul? Oh. It's going to be behind for the corner. Ooh. Oh, it does. I think. Oh, Edison. I don't like that from Edison on Isak there. Penalty's not given. Here with the corner in. Well, look, tried his best. Couldn't keep it in. Kevin De Bruyne is coming off for City. Oh, still got 25 minutes. So 25 minutes. 21st. Right. Okay. Still 25 minutes to play. The lineups are coming out in 5 minutes' time, folks, for the 3 o'clock kickoffs. So any Chelsea, Arsenal, Tottenham Hotspur, Wolverhampton Wanderers, AFC Bournemouth, Leeds United, Aston Villa, Crystal Palace, Brighton Hove Albion or West Ham fans will want to hear the team news. If I did not call out your club, the team news doesn't matter to you, but you may be interested anyway. Oh, brilliant strength by Isak. Gets the cross in, and Sam Maximan heads it back, and Edison with the claim. He had so little room, but technical. It's a good ball. Right across. Lost their swagger a bit, City. Bernardo Silva on by Trippier. And it's given away to Nathan Ake here. Gundogan to Grealish. Sets up a chance for Haaland. Here's Bernardo Silva 2-0. Well, just as we said, Newcastle having a great spell. Bernardo Silva comes on as a substitute and makes it 2-0. And I'm not complaining because we can still get the 5-point gap back if we beat Bournemouth. But I was expecting a lot better from Newcastle here at the Etihad tonight, and they just haven't showed up. That is game over. That is game over. Brilliant finish, though, by Bernardo Silva. Great by Grealish. Nice little touch by Haaland, and then Bernardo Silva, bang. Now Newcastle need 2 in the space of 22 minutes. That's man against Walker. Walker did well. Two minutes and 12 minutes. Wow. It's the impact there for Bernardo Silva. What a tackle. By Ruben Diaz. Now Gundogan opens up for Grealish. Was it back? Gundogan. In by Bernardo Silva. Back by Foden. Was he caught? And they won the ball back, Newcastle. Foul. Sam Maximan looks confused, but it is a foul on Rodri. And here we go. The team lineups are out for the 3 o'clock kickoffs. And we'll start off with our next fixture on Realltom Football. Arsenal hosting AFC Bournemouth. Good ball. Given away by Trippier to Nathan Ake. Squad should be out. Lineups. It's going to see tapping. Lovely par by Grealish. Haaland. And could be doing better. So Aaron Ramsdale never gets in goal for Arsenal. The back four is Gabriel Magalhaes, William Saliba. Why is Ben White on the bench, for Christ's sake? Takahiro Tomiyasu, Alexander Zinchenko, the fullbacks. Midfield is what? What? Why are you starting that Dweedledum Portuguese man? Fabio Vieira and Granit Xhaka. Partey's starting, but why do what? Why are you playing Vieira? He's shite. Oh, fuck. And Saka, Gabriel Martinelli, and Leandro Leading. Why? Why is Ben White and Granit Xhaka on the bench? Xhaka should not be on the bench, and neither should Ben White. Both of those two should be starting over Tomiyasu and flipping Vieira. Bournemouth begin with Neto, Jack Stevens, Chris Mepham, Adam Smith, Marcos Senesi, Jordan Zamora, Dango Ouattara, Joe Rothwell, Antoine Semenyo, Philip Billing, Dominic Solanke leads their line. That is a joke for Mikel Arteta. That is a joke. Vieira, mate. Look, okay, Ben White. Look, Tomiyasu ain't that bad, but you're leaving Xhaka out for Vieira. Whoa, Vieira. Whoa, mate, that guy. Vieira can't kick a ball. Yellow card for Dan Burn and Haaland. Bloody disgrace that is. Play your strongest squad. In fact, when we last played Bournemouth, let's have a look and see who was playing. I bet Vieira didn't get the start when we were on Sky away from home. Oh, I bet. Ben White started. Ooh, Granit Xhaka started too. Yeah. Vieira didn't start that match, did he? No, Vieira was on the bench. He didn't even come on. So why does Vieira get to start this match? Have they got, how many goalkeepers have they got? Bamiyang on the bench again for Chelsea. Benoit Badiashile, Chilwell, Kalidou Koulibaly, Wesley Fofana. Fit midfield, yeah. No major changes in the Chelsea lineup. Leeds, they've pretty much got the same. Yeah. No exciting changes. They're playing Palace. Mate, I am not happy City fan at all, man, with that lineup, man. Yeah, but hello, mate. I'm sorry, but I'm on a rant now, man. Why are we starting Vieira? No, I can't justify that lunatic Spaniard over there up there in North London putting Vieira in for Xhaka. Why? Why? Vieira is like our worst player. He's worse than Mohamed Elneny. And yeah, man, I'm peed off. And look, Tommy, look, I mean, yeah. But look, Newcastle have been poor. Credit to City, to be fair. You did. Who's you got next, anyway, City? You've got... Well, I think you've got... are you playing this week in Champions League? No, you're not, are you? No. No, you're playing next week, so no, you haven't got a Champions League match this week coming. But next weekend you've got Palace away. We've got Fulham on, man. We better win that, man, against Fulham. Don't cock up. And then we've got to play Crystal Palace at the Emirates. And then your game, I think that week has been actually rescheduled. Paul and Maximan coming in. Walker with the defending. Then you play Liverpool. First, yeah, April 1st, isn't it? Yeah. It's not tough, actually, Liverpool. No, I disagree, man. You got City should be absolutely demolishing Liverpool 5 or 6-0. Liverpool are probably the worst team in the Prem this season. They have been shocking. Shocking. Arsenal doing the breakdown now, are they? Is that a foul on Haaland? City fans are appealing. We do have a UCL match. It's on the 14th of March. Yeah, not this week. Not this midweek coming though. Next midweek afterwards. Playing with a vital touch. Nathan Ake picked out. Sends it to Bernardo Silva. Ake again. Wins the corner. "82 minutes on the clock. City have a corner." Foden will take it. Cleared as far as Grealish. Now Rodri. Keeps the ball. Newcastle win it back. Send it back to Nick Pope. And now, can they get themselves forward? With St. Maximan. No, that's a terrible pass. Pretty much give it away to Akanji. Foul on Kyle Walker there. Well, the next time we'll see City in action is next weekend at Selhurst Park. Then we shall see them. No, we won't see them in action on the 18th of March because of the FA Cup. I think that's an FA Cup weekend, isn't it? After that, we'll see them in action on the 1st of April against Liverpool at the Etihad. 12:30 kickoff on BT. In terms of Newcastle, we'll go through them in a minute. They haven't got a game in hand to play, so we won't see them in midweeks. Southampton, Man City, that'll be a good one. Southampton, Man City, I've always enjoyed Southampton, Man City. Southampton actually do really well usually when they play City. And we are going to get a bit of a taste of Southampton today at 5:30. And then they host Leicester. At the Etihad. Oh, Amex, that's a good one. Sunday, 23rd of April. They're City at the Amex, that'll be a good one. And then obviously Man City versus Arsenal. And then the last confirmed game for City is Fulham Man City. That'd be a really good one at the Cottage, actually. I'd love to see Fulham win that as well. I'm really disappointed, as I say. Cardigan King, absolutely. Newcastle have just been not good enough. No, they haven't. Phil Foden, teed up by Haaland, great save Pope. And here's my next predictions, by the way, for Liverpool's next 4 big six matches. So I'm going to go Liverpool 0, Manchester United 4. No, sorry, next 5. Liverpool 0, Manchester United 4. I'm going to say Man City 2, Liverpool 0. And then I'm going to go for Liverpool 2, Arsenal 0. Then I am going to say that they will lose to Chelsea 2-0. Then they will draw 2-2 with Spurs. City's next big games, I'm going to go for them to beat us. And yeah, they'll beat Liverpool. Newcastle have just been not good at scoring goals in the air. I know they're bad at scoring goals, Newcastle. It's just not their cup of tea. He might. If you don't win the league this season, he might get sacked. Ourselves. Trippier. If Bayern Munich offered to take him, he would go to Bayern. I bet you. You know, that might be a sign, actually. He sent João Cancelo to Bayern. Is that a sign that he's going to Bayern? Good ball by Murphy. But nothing coming of it. That could be a sign that he's leaving, you know. He sends one of his players to Bayern. He might be going to Bayern. And closes down Murphy. So basically he'll stay until he gets sacked. To be fair, I don't think Liverpool are far off from sacking Jurgen Klopp now. If I was Liverpool's owner, Jurgen Klopp would have been sacked after the Wolves defeat. I know every single Liverpool fan would have hated me, but because Liverpool fans, well, they've already said to me how upset they'd be if he was sacked, but yeah, he's going to get. Klopp will get sacked. And the Liverpool fans hate me for saying it, but he will get sacked. Yeah, I believe that Jurgen Klopp is the next manager to be sacked. And sometimes this can be a Liverpool fan packed channel as well. So I have to be very careful having words, but I genuinely think Klopp is the next person to be sacked. Klopp is making them worse. All Liverpool fans are like, well, Klopp will turn it around. Really? Short corner. Haaland wins another one off Joe Linton. 400 minutes at the end of the second half. Jamal Lascelles has received a yellow card. You say it's going to be sacked, and they say, but Klopp will not. Yeah, it's the thing. And all the Liverpool fans go on about how they're the greatest team in the world, and they were going on about the quadruple last season. They were never going to win the quadruple. Yeah, there's no Liverpool that stand a chance against Real Madrid in the Champions League final. No way. Yeah, and they were never going to win the Premier League. They don't have the squad. They are just going to get worse and worse. And I do hate to say this, and to praise and to really, really make the City fans like me, but at some point, Liverpool are going to get relegated. They're going to get worse. Because I doubt those owners will sack Klopp. It's just going to get worse and worse and worse. Is that white spot on my screen? Seventh season syndrome for Klopp, yeah. Joe Linton to Murphy. It's a foul by Ilkay Gundogan. Murphy gets a free kick. Yeah. Liverpool are done. That'll be the last time. The last season's title race will be the last ever title race between Man City and Liverpool. I can reassure you, City fans, that will be the last Liverpool Man City title race, because Liverpool are done. You watch, yeah. Man United are going to go beat them 4-0 this week. I'm not kidding. Tomorrow, watch it. 4-0 Man United. They won't be able to cope with Rashford. Yeah. Don't try and change the prediction. Just watch it. Watch it happen. You got replaced by... Oh, God. Tuchel could be going to Liverpool, man. I wanted Tuchel, to be fair. No lying. The minute Tuchel got sacked, I was like, sack Arteta, bring us Tuchel, because Tuchel's a class manager. Trippier with the free kick over the wall. Good save, Edison. One he should be making, but a good save still. And there goes the full-time whistle. And it finishes Manchester City 2, Newcastle United 0. Thank you very much for watching. And I will see you all at 2:45. So in about 20 minutes for Arsenal versus AFC Bournemouth. Bye-bye.